Have you ever said, "It is well," when everything in life is falling apart? When there is a huge storm right in front of you? When things are not working out at all? Now I'm going to talk about a woman, a Shunammite woman, who not only said it, but also lived it. Now this woman, she lived with her husband, and she came from a well-to-do family. She decided to serve Elisha, for which she built a room on her rooftop, so that after meal, the meal that she invited him to have in a place, so after meal he can rest in that room. And she made every necessary arrangements, like she arranged for a bed, a table, chair, lamp, etc. Now Elisha was very pleased with her. So Elisha just wanted to find out if this woman expected anything out of him or wanted any kind of help from him. So therefore he tried to find out from his servant Gehazi. Now Gehazi called for her and asked her if anything she needed, and she said no, and she was very content with what she had. To this, Elisha was surprised and he really wanted to help her out. So inquiring again, he got to know from Gehazi that she never had a child, and her husband is an elderly person. So Elisha immediately called for her and blessed her, saying, "You will bear a child next year." And this woman, she was so content, she was so happy with what she had, and she never hoped for anything extra. She said, "You are a servant of God. Why are you trying to develop a hope that I never hoped for?" Then Elisha said, "You will bear a son next year by this time." And it happened. Now what happened one day, this little boy, this child, he went with his father to the field. And while he was working with his father, he got a pain in his head. He cried, he shouted, holding his head. And then finally, he lost his life. And when his mother got to know that he is dead, immediately he asked his husband if he can arrange a donkey and send one of his servants along with her, so that she could go to Elisha's place immediately. Her husband said, "Why so? Because this is not a new moon day, nor is it a Sabbath day. Then why are you going? And your son is dead. So what's the point in visiting him?" And she said, "Everything is fine. It is well." And she went forth. And she instructed the servant not to stop anywhere, not to slow the pace, and to reach Elisha's place and to stop whenever she instructs. Now, reaching Elisha's place, she fell on his feet and she questioned him. "Did I ask you for a son? Did I keep any hope from you, seeking for a son?" Elisha understood, and immediately he asked Gehazi to go and try to heal the son. Now he gave few instructions what needs to be followed. He gave him a staff and he said, "You are not going to talk to anybody on the way, and if anybody speaks to you, you are not going to reply them back. And you go and stuck the staff on the boy's face." He went, he did that. But nothing happened. He did not come to life. So immediately the servant came back and he informed his master, Elisha. And here, the mother of the child, the woman, the Shunammite woman, he said, "I'm not going to leave you." And he was at Elisha's feet, with that faith that God can perform a miracle. The God who gave him a son without asking, without hoping for, that same God can perform a miracle. So immediately Elisha rushed for the woman's house. And there he went to the boy, and what did he do? He laid down on the boy, eyes to eyes, mouth to mouth, hand to hand. And while he was lying down on the little boy, the boy's body started getting warm. For the first time he did that, and he got up and he started walking here and there in the room. Then again for the second time he went and he lied down on the boy. And the boy sneezed for 7 times and then woke up. His body got warm and he woke up. And that was the miracle. This woman, she never asked for, she never expected anything, but her unwavering trust in God gave God a chance to perform a miracle. Now, from the story we get to know this, that this woman, first of all, she showed her hospitality towards Elisha. She never expected in return. When she was asked for a reward, she denied. She was content with what she had. When she was blessed, still she said, please don't do that. That shows that she was very much a practical lady, and she never wanted anybody to come and play with her emotions. But this without knowing, she was not knowing that it was not actually an emotional game, rather a real blessing from God. And finally she received it. And once she received it, because she was a very calculative and practical lady, she had already made that mental calculation that this God, whom I did not ask for, has given me, and why is he taking it away? So the way he has given me, now he has to take care of my child. And the miracle that he has performed, the same miracle he has to do it again. Faith is not believing when things go right. It is choosing to trust God, even when everything falls apart. Sometimes you're calm, it is well. In the middle of pain is what opens the door for a miracle. I've written few lines on this Shunammite woman, and it goes like this. She waited, and God gave her a miracle, a son she never thought she would have. But one day it was gone. The promise stopped breathing. Anyone would break. Anyone would question. But she said, it is well. It is well. Not because she understood, but because she trusted. And God brought life back to what was lost. So when life shakes you, say in faith, it is well. It is well. Now, my dear friends, if you really think this has touched you, this has really boosted up your faith, then please do comment. Please do share this with your friends. Let your friends receive the blessing that you have received today. God bless you all.